Tech news moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it. And then you won't know about the new computer that's so cool it makes everyone who purchases it physically and spiritually fulfilled. Apple has reportedly considered launching an even more expensive version of their most expensive iPhone. According to a Bloomberg report from Mark Gurman, AKA the Sandgerm of Arrakis. A new tier of flagship iPhone, distinct from and superior to the Pro and Pro Max models, could be on its way as soon as next year. Given that there's an Apple Watch Ultra and an M2 Ultra processor, it's expected that said flagship could be launched as the iPhone Ultra, provided that the marketing department hasn't had a little too much fun with a thesaurus recently. I'm partial to iPhone Supreme.
I like iPhone Flex, but it doesn't fold or anything.
No. It's just
expensive.
It's just flexing on you. Weird flex, but okay. Anyway, if we do end up seeing this thing on store shelves, the starting price will likely be at least $100 more than the next model down the product stack. Unfortunately, there are no details yet on what additional features could be included in the Ultra to justify the price increase. Maybe it has a special ringtone that just says, "I have money, look at me!" Or there's an exclusive feature you can activate that makes Tim Cook tell you how handsome you are. And maybe you get one kiss, but just one. Tim Cook doesn't give two kisses.
They don't call him Two Kiss Tim.
If you really want a Samsung Galaxy S23, you might want to consider ponying up a bit more for a model with extra storage. Because an investigation has revealed that the base model S23 has 60 of its 128 gigabytes of storage taken up by the system partition. What? This includes the Android operating system, but the bulk of that 60 gigabytes is actually just bloatware. Although arrangements where software companies pay hardware manufacturers money to preload their crappy software are common, Samsung is absolutely notorious in the high-end smartphone space for doing this more than their competitors.
Or hear me out, buy a different phone.
But it's a Galaxy.
Oh, I forgot.
By contrast, the Google Pixel's Android installation only takes up 15 gigabytes. Like, Samsung's One UI can do more things than stock Android, but 45 gigabytes more things? I'm gonna need to see the thing to gigabyte ratio here. Give me a spreadsheet before I invest.
What are you, Elon?
Like Microsoft has invested billions in OpenAI, and now they're wondering why they should bother with their own AI development at all when they can just rely on ChatGPT instead. A new version of Bing powered by ChatGPT appeared briefly last week, only to disappear just as quickly.
Microsoft is also having ChatGPT do their homework. Who knew?
just throw it in there. Users were prompted to ask Bing a question instead of entering a search string the way it's normally done by Bing users? That felt weird to say. But if you missed out on this mysterious demo, you can always pay for the new tier of Microsoft Teams that incorporates some ChatGPT powered features like automatic note-taking and recapping of meetings, I'm guessing. It's currently $7 a month, and while any AI powered feature won't currently be perfect, anything that can make the slog of using Microsoft Teams slightly more interesting is welcome. Meanwhile, Google, of course, doesn't want to be left out of the fun. Oh, did I say fun? I meant slow creeping towards an inevitable human-machine war. The tech giant has announced a ChatGPT competitor called Bard, which, unfortunately, is not programmed to only answer you in sonnets.
And won't try and sleep with all your friends.
Or write plays about you. In metaphor. Now it's time for Quick Bits, brought to you by Samsung's 970 EVO Plus NVMe M.2 SSD. Because you quite simply can never have enough storage. Oh, you think you can? What if you want to put more stuff on your PC? Ha! Got you. Powered by the latest VNAND technology and firmware optimization, the 970 EVO Plus can reach sequential read and write speeds of up to 3,500 megabytes per second and 3,300 megabytes per second respectively. So upgrade your storage now. Visit the link below and check out the Samsung 970 EVO Plus today. Have you ever seen Quick Bits in their natural habitat? I wouldn't recommend it. They get just completely nude, like all the way. It's not.
They're also very aggressive.
Dell wants to be just like all the other tech companies, so they're laying off nearly 7,000 employees. Okay, it's also because PC sales are down due to people not staying inside for long periods of time after doing just that during the height of the pandemic. But it could also be because of poor marketing. I mean, maybe they should bring back that, dude, you're getting a Dell guy. I don't remember that guy. Do you? It's common sense that a new CPU is probably going to be faster than an older one, but AMD's new Ryzen mobile offering looks even more impressive. The Ryzen 9 7845HX has nearly double the performance of the previous mobile flagship in benchmarking software Passmark, not to be confused with the country Denmark, or famous The Room line, Oh Hi Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark.
I'm sure many of them were very disoriented. Twitter is reportedly looking at charging businesses $1,000 per month to keep their gold verified checkmark. And while that might be small potatoes for the likes of Amazon, it will undoubtedly be too much for some smaller mom and pop Twitter accounts. Perhaps in trade, Twitter is giving free API access to novelty good bot accounts. That makes it sound like they weren't giving it for free before.
Well, they were gonna stop.
I think we can all agree that a loading bar saying how far through the year we've currently progressed is worth extorting business over a few pretty pixels. Pretty pixels. Big news for AMD fans. Just 2 months after the launch of the Radeon RX 7000 series, Team Red has announced they finally have time to make drivers for older cards. There had been a delay in new drivers for the 6000 series, and earlier, as the company needed more engineers focusing on putting out the 7000 series fires. Almost literally. It's nice they remembered us, unlike some people. A girl I used to date would always call me Ryan. Our wedding was awkward. And expect to cough up a bit more money for a Tesla Model Y. Prices are up around $2,000 because the US Treasury now considers the Model Y as an SUV instead of a car, perhaps because it is. Just guessing. Vehicles in the SUV category can be priced higher than cars and still qualify for an EV tax credit, which explains the increase. But the good news is that the new prices are still way lower than they were at the beginning of the year. If Tesla sells enough, maybe they can make up their Bitcoin losses. Got him. And I got you to watch this whole video. Ha! Tricked you. Come back on Wednesday if you want to be tricked again.
And bedazzled.
Oh, just kidding. We're giving you useful tech news.